you guys doing this morning? Hope everybody's doing good. Okay, ready for the second part of the journal? We'll see how we do on this one. I may have to do this in more than, well, I know it's going to be more than just 2 parts, but even the 2 parts, I had planned on doing my first part, which I did yesterday, and then I was going to do all the paper part if I could in today's, but it's probably not going to work out that way because yesterday, by the time I got done with the first part, my camera was overheating. I do not know what's going on with my cell phone. All of a sudden it's decided when I'm recording that it wants to overheat. So I'm going to try and do this in smaller videos and not bore you guys to death. If you weren't with me yesterday, we altered a book. This is the book that we're altering. If you watched the video before, you'll see what we did. And this is, it's going to be fun, you guys. Sorry if you hear wheezing. You shouldn't. I think I'm far enough away from the camera. But allergies are really, really bad right now. And my asthma is really kicking. So I'll do what I can. But yesterday, when I went offline, off video, I took my punch. I think this might be a 1-inch. I believe it is. I believe it's a 1-inch. Anyway, I took this and I just took the pages that I'm going to leave as envelope pockets, and I just did a little bitty punch, just a small amount. I took, let me see if I can do it. I took and I put it in just a little ways. Well, this is cardboard, so it's not gonna do it. Let's go here. Anyway, I went in just a little ways and punched and got that. That way, I won't lose my pockets when I put my paper on. I'll make sure I'm not sealing something up. And plus, I think it'll be easier to get things in and out of the pockets. Okay, let's get started. Now, I did pick out my paper. I have kits from Scraptastic Club when I was in it. I was doing the club kits before I retired, and that was the one thing that I really hated to give up. But you know, when you're on a fixed income, and it's not a very big income, and trust me, my Social Security is not very big. If it wasn't for my husband, I'd still be working. So that's okay. It's worth it to be able to have time to do what I want to do. You know, I'm not getting any younger. So anyway, I'm going to put the camera down. I'll show you my paper, my kit of the papers we're going to use. And then we'll cut the papers. Now, I'll tell you something else too, you guys. I don't measure stuff very well. So when my husband comes back, I'll have him help me to give me the correct measurements, and then I will put them here on the video so you'll know exactly what I cut. But I'm just honest with you right up front. I don't do good with ruler. No matter how much I try, I'm fine with inches. I'm fine with halves. I'm probably even okay with fourths. It's where the 1/8, 2/8, 3, it's the eighth stuff. I really need to get a ruler, and if anybody knows of one where I can get one, I would be greatly appreciative if you would leave me a comment and tell me. But I need to get one that has all of the measurements of these little bitty marks. That would help my scrapbooking and my projects so much, because I wouldn't be just waiting for my husband to tell me what things are. Anyway, I'm going to angle the camera down, show you the kit that I picked out. I'm not worried about the front cover of my book right now because I haven't decided whether I'm going to put cloth on the front of it or paper on the front, scrapbook paper on the front of it. Well, cardstock. So we'll get to that later on. Right now, I'm just going to show you my kit, get some cutting done, and then we'll see where we go from there. So, okay, hold on. As I said, this kit is from Scraptastic Club. Here's the kit. This is the paper I picked out. The kit, it's called Cherry Pie. And I also got on the add-on kit this time when I got this one. So I have extra paper in this, which is going to make it a lot easier cutting my paper. This is by American Crafts, Amy Tangerine. It's double-sided. Here's this one. And then this. So we'll just go through and I'll show you the papers and then we'll start cutting. This one is, okay, this one is just, it just says good, better, best. Scraptastic. It doesn't, I guess it must all be Amy Tangerine. You guys probably know that better than me. But anyway, this paper is really pretty. Can you see this on a side pocket? Of course, it'd have to be cut down. And look at that. There's life. It won't fit on the page, but I might be able to put it on 2 pages. And the good thing is, all of this paper is going to fit together. It doesn't matter. I don't have to just guess at colors. So no matter what I choose, it's going to go together. I hope you guys are seeing this okay. And then that's just the backing that comes in there. It's called, like, this is like a cardboard, but I bet if you put it together, it'd be like chipboard. And there's a project that I'm wanting to do. I might do that with. And then there's just plain cardstock. These will come in handy for making pockets. And whatever's left over, I can use on cards. Here's another scrapbook page. This is the add-on from the kit. I'm sure some of the first ones were add-on. They're just kind of mixed up, but I know these 2 are part of the add-ons. So that's the papers that I chose. So now I get started on the real fun part, trying to figure out how to cut everything and not make a screw up. Okay, I got my cutter here. Got to get a sup of Coke. I know, I'm drinking regular Coke. Let me tell you guys something. I drink Diet Coke for years. And I craved sugar all the time. All the time. And when I quit drinking Diet Coke, just from getting away from the Diet Pop and the cravings, because when I quit drinking the Diet Pop, I quit all the cravings. Well, about a year ago, I started trying to do low carb again, which I have done in the past, probably 10 years or more, and it worked some for me, and so I decided to try it again. So I started drinking Coke Zero. Actually, it's probably been longer than that, because I was still working when I started drinking Coke Zero a little bit. So it's been about 2 years. And didn't pay attention to it until about, probably about 6 months ago, I started craving. And it seemed like I just craved sugar all the time. And just, just wasn't energetic. And I wasn't drinking a lot of it because I have limited myself to one pop a day is what I was drinking. Soda, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Coke, we call it pop. In Michigan, a lot of southern states calls it soda. My granddaughter calls it soda pop. So I'm good either way I go. Anyway, make a long story short, I quit drinking the Coke Zero and my cravings have went away and I've dropped 4 pounds. Went back to my 1 pop a day that I usually drink. I just switched and I drink regular Coke. Or I drink Canada Dry. Or I drink Sprite. That is my 3 choices of my pop. So anyway, now let's get busy and quit yakking. I will stop telling you guys my life story. But, when you're crafting, it's a good time to find out a little bit about me, huh? Okay, this first sheet is going to be, like I said, I don't do good at measurements. It's going to be, because I don't want it to go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to cut it 8. I'm going to cut it 8.5 long. And if this works out, then this is what I'll be cutting them. But I'm going to start with this. I'd rather mess up one sheet of paper than a bunch of paper. And I'm not messing it up because I can use it making cards. So, and I won't make you guys watch me measure and cut every sheet of paper. Once I do 2 or 3, I will pause. I'll get everything cut and come back. Okay, this I want to be 5.5 wide. I think I might have cut that wrong. Already. No, I want it to... Okay. Just a second, you guys. Alright. Let me do this. Alright. I learned that, you learn as you go, right? I'm going to do this 5.5 wide. No, I haven't wasted my paper. I'm going to be doing this a lot, you guys. That's why I won't make you watch it all, because I'll drive you crazy. Okay. And then I want it 8.5 long. Now see, here on my cutter here, this part, just the first part, not here. And that's okay because I can do this. It has the 1/2 and the 1/4 and 2/4. So the other must be the 1/8, right? It must be 8ths, but I don't know. So that's something, like I said, I need to get one. I need a ruler that has all of the measurements. But anyway, this is the size we need. It's 5.5 wide by 8.5 long. And it's going to fit just fine because I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom here or all the way to the top. It's okay if it goes all the way to the edge over here. But I believe when I glue it in, because I like to put it in down in here, when I glue, see, it's going to give me an edge here too. So this is the way it's going to fit. So I'm going to continue cutting some of these. Like I said, I won't torture you and make you watch all of it. And then I'll pick out which sides I want to use after we get it all cut. I love this new cutter. It is just totally awesome. And this paper is really nice cardstock. And I'm going to save this because I don't know yet what I want to do with it. And I really don't want to cut it up and not be able to use it like I want to. The one problem I might have is I may have to go into my cardstock and pick out some more paper, but I hope not, because that is one thing, you guys, I am not good at, is matching papers. That's why I wanted to use one of these kits, is because it totally has the paper that I need. I'm going to cut this off. And I love this cutter because the light comes on and helps you cut a straight line. And I never can cut a straight line. I am taping on my phone, just for reference. My husband is not home, so I couldn't put it on airplane mode. And if I get a phone call, I may have to stop and come back, because if I don't answer his calls, he'll get worried. And also, while we're talking, you guys, you ladies and gentlemen that believe in prayer, I have a friend that lives next door to me, a sweet neighbor, that could use some prayer. Yep. I'm not going to go into details. She didn't give me permission to do that, but I don't think she would mind me asking everyone to pray for her. He knows I don't have to go into details. So, anyway, let's get off of the sad stuff. I just wanted to ask you guys to pray for a neighbor friend. Now, I am cutting my cardstock because I might want to put a few, just, you know, plain sheets. Not all of it has to be printed. I said I was going to get off of here, didn't I? And do the rest of this privately without... But I got to yakking, and isn't that the way it goes? But I am going to have to see now how many sheets I have and how many I'm going to need. Okay. And see, this here is not going to go to waste, because we can use this in our journal as pockets. So, let's see. 10. There's 10 sheets. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need about double that. Okay. Well, I wasn't far off. We need 12 more. Okay, let's see. Do I want to continue? I'm sure I have enough for more. Because it's okay to do the same sheets, you know, throughout the book. Because you want it to match, right? You want it to match. Look at that. Those are perfect for cards or pockets. So any leftovers are going to be great. I do have some other paper that I think will blend in with this pretty well that I picked out. So I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to finish cutting the sheets that I need. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys what I've got done. Now, before I do, I'll show you. This is the paper that I picked out that I can use if I don't have enough of the one that I started with. I think they'll all fit pretty well together because of the pinks and the pastels, or whatever you call them, the greens. There you go. I think this one will be pretty in there, so I may try and incorporate that. So I think all of them will kind of blend together, and that's kind of what I picked out. So for now, I'm going to shut you down. Well, I'm going to pause you guys. And after I finish cutting the sheets I need, I'll come back and maybe we'll put some in the book before we have to end this part. So I'll be back. Okay, everybody, I got the papers cut that I needed. And we still have this. I didn't cut it because I don't know if I'm going to use it. So now let's put this up for now. Set it over here. I can see why somebody would want to grab that by the handle. It'd make it so much easier to move around. Okay, to keep you guys from being dizzy, I'm going to pause you and I have to readjust the camera a little bit and I'll be back. Okay. I have all these yummy strips that I can use on different projects, on cards. There'll be probably some of them that I won't keep. I mean, I don't really need this, but I like the little note here. It says life noted. Now I may cut that out and keep that. But there'll be some of the strips that there won't be any need in keeping, so I'll go through them. Now, I had a question on my video yesterday about these half pockets that I made on how I would cover them. And so I'm going to show you how I'm going to cover those. That's going to be probably the end of this video because we are at 27 minutes and my phone is getting warm. So how I'm covering these is I cut my paper to fit perfect in here. This is going to go in here and get glued down just like this. So that's what we're going to do right now. And like I said, then we're probably going to end this video and come back with a new one when the camera cools down. Part 3 probably won't go up until tomorrow. Sorry, you guys. I can't turn my notifications off. I've tried. They just still keep coming through. And I can't put my phone on airplane mode because my husband's not home. And he would get worried. Okay. I have to be careful getting this in there because I have my glue on there. And the glue will set quickly. So that's really, it's that easy. It's just sliding it in, and then what I did was I took and I cut 2 strips for this part because I'm going to make it a little different. Let's see. Now, you know, this book is my own colors. You guys, y'all might not like my colors, and that's okay. Not everybody likes the same thing, so, you know, that's the whole idea is personalizing it. I'm just hoping that the person I make it for likes it when she gets it. It is a Christmas gift. It is for a girl or a woman. Okay, now, this was too narrow to reach all the way over here. So what I did was I took and I marked, which didn't work. I'll have to remark it because I marked it in the wrong spot. So I mark it here. Taking this, put it in here just a little ways. Flip that out like that. And I won't continue without you guys because I have other things to do too. And what I'll do when I stop the video is I will upload this. When I come back with the third part, we'll continue to put paper on, and then after that we'll work on pockets and embellishments. I will be using lace. I don't have hardly any lace, so I do have to purchase some lace. So I will be doing that before I can really complete this. You know what? Okay. This is a little bit wide. Even though, see, that's what I mean about measuring things. Even though I measured it and I even put it up against it, it still came out a little bit off. So what I'm doing is just moving it back and having it cover this part. It's that way the seams aren't together, but they are together. You know what I mean? And I'm a little bit off here. So, now I want to make sure that stays open. And I don't worry about anything coming up because I'll just add more glue as I go. So, like this here, I will put more glue in there. And I may even run some decorative washi tape along this edge to give it a finished look. But that's the way I'll do the half pockets. See, we still have our half pockets. And I probably will reinforce this with a little bit more glue, and just to make sure it stays. And I made art glitter glue because I think it might hold this a little better, and I want to make sure it holds good. I'm going to end this video. Thanks for joining me for part 2. Please come back for part 3, and now that we've got the papers cut and everything, it should go a little quicker. Okay, you guys, I'll catch you later in another video. God bless each one of you, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye, y'all.